Hey there, welcome back to Flat Tire Farm. We're a 40-acre off-grid homestead in Alaska, and we are very, very behind on our garden. I'm all by myself because Mr. Reeve is working hard at his job today, so I'm going to do everything I can to get as many plants in the ground as I can. I'll video a little as I go, but mostly I'm just going to jam out and get it done. Now don't worry, for those of you that are diehard Mr. Reeve fans, you can bet your sweet Bippy he'll be in this video. This video will constitute the last of all the catching up because remember my computer died and then I ordered a new motherboard and then that motherboard was dead and now I got a new motherboard and so now it's all working. And so after this video, we'll be all back on track again. Thanks for putting up with us, guys. So far my peppers fared well. Look at how good they're doing. My fennel didn't die. Well, one of them maybe died. We'll see. Now to see what I can cram in the rest of this. My plants are a mangled, tangled mess. These poor guys are reaching for the sunlight. And those broccoli have seen better days. And corn, yep, he's out. What I really need to get out of the house is these tomatoes, but it's just not their turn yet. First, I think I'll just go through and get rid of any of the casualties. Well, we got a pretty decent stack of empties here. What a mess. The cucumbers seem to fare better than I expected in the house. And so I'm going to put the cucumbers in this greenhouse. And because all the tomatoes are going to go in the Quonset hut, and I can't do any tomatoes without Mr. Reeve's help because they are such a mangled, tangled mess, entangled up knots. And so I need to build a trellis in here. I have these old tree cages from when our orchard was just a tiny baby orchard, before we even had a driveway or a foundation or anything. And so I'm going to deconstruct these and see if I can just tie wire them to the frame of this greenhouse and have a quick makeshift, not overbuilt and not over engineered, a cucumber trellis. Now in this part of the video I'm jamming out to pump up the jam while I'm putting up this trellis, but because of copyright laws, sadly you don't get to hear my voice. In actuality, the only thing you're missing here is a good laugh. Well, I think this little trellis is going to work out great. It took me the length of a song to put it up, so I'm happy about the time saving, and I enjoyed the little stroll back through 6th grade. Well, if you didn't know, on a homestead, there's always interruptions. This is Porcini. We've been working hard to train him to electric fence, but he is a Houdini of all pigs. Huh, buddy? Huh, but you are such a nice pig that I'm just going to let you roam around till Daddy gets home. Huh, you're a good boy. Let me show everybody what a nice boy you are. Yeah, see, I'm a good boy. I don't cause too much havoc, huh? He's eaten enough of the things that he's not supposed to eat that he won't come to the feed. Huh, otherwise I could just lure him in, but he is not interested. Huh, oh, that's good scratches though. What are you doing? Huh? Making the rounds? Okay, have fun. You get free rein for a couple more hours till Daddy gets home. Now this little greenhouse is just a cheap $200 greenhouse on Amazon, and it's on its 3rd year. So all the little ties have ripped off that ties the cover to the frame. So all these plants keep coming up and underneath the plastic every time the wind blows. So I'm coming up with a permanent solution. Much better. Time to plant the cucumbers. Okay, got that done. On to the next thing. Porcini, are you lonely, buddy? Yeah, do you need friends? Do you need a scratch? Oh, yeah. Oh, the belly rubs. Oh, the belly rubs. Oh, yeah, you're so cute. What a good boy you are, yeah. Oh, belly rubs. Well, this is basil. I bought these little trays. They're a little bit harder plastic than just that crinkly garbagey kind. You can fit 200 little seeds in here. And I thought that was great because, you know, we got a small space to grow things inside, waiting for summer to come. And so I have a lot of basil, but I didn't really think ahead too well because you can't even squeeze these to get the dirt to come up. So now I have to try to dig out all of these little, I think they're like 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch wells. And so now I have to try to get all this out without destroying the plant. So I have this teeny tiny rubber spatula from my kitchen, and I guess wish me luck that this isn't going to take an hour. I can build a trellis in 6 minutes, but this is going to take me forever. So, but I'll have lots of basil, so that's good. So I'll get this in the ground, and then we'll see where we're at in a little bit. Well, we're about halfway through this tray. We've made it through Hotel California, a little Bon Jovi, a little Paula Abdul, and some John Denver. So we'll keep trucking, and I'll see you back in a little bit. Finally got done with all this basil, and we don't quite have the water pump set up yet, so this little cool thing fits on a pop bottle or a water bottle or 2-liter bottle, and it just threads right on the top, and it gives you 2 options for watering plants. Mine's a little dirty, well, because it's been being used. So you can have a little spout on this side, or like a little sprayer guy on this side. So let's go get that basil watered in. Here we have it. I was able to get about maybe 75% of these out of the tray without damaging them. So I lost about 25% of those little basil plants because I had to dig them out of that tray, and their roots just got mangled and damaged, and there was just no delicate way to do it. So I'm definitely not using those trays next year. Wah wah. You want a drink of water, buddy? Yeah, you want some water? Come on, let's get you some water. Here, boy. Oh, you're scratching? Here, you want some water? Yeah? Okay, get some water. Good boy. Yeah, are you too hot? You want some water on you? Are you too hot? Yeah? Oh, that's good, huh? You like that? Yeah. Is that good? You're happy? Yeah? Yeah. There you go. Did you find a nice cool spot? Yeah? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Are you a good boy? Oh, yeah. Are you hot, boy? Yeah? You're an Alaskan pig. Yeah. When you're hot, it's 60 degrees. You want your back scratched? Okay, apparently. Yeah, good boy. Well, that doesn't look very fun. Hopefully we'll keep staying dry today. I don't know though. Now this tire garden was our kitchen garden last year, and our goal was to get these tires moved to where they needed to go permanently. Like I have some strawberries that overwinter. We want that down in the orchard, and some oregano that overwintered. I want that down in the orchard. But what we needed to do was take the loader bucket, scrape the tires up off the ground, and drive it into the garden. But if you remember, we already put all that landscape fabric down, and we tilled the garden and everything. So we can't really drive the tractor into the garden now. And I don't think I can carry a tire full of soil and dirt and plants without disturbing the plants to make it all the way to the garden. So unfortunately, I think I'm just planting plants up here again. It works for now because I just have to get stuff in the ground. But it means we're gonna have to build a fence around this before we can let any of the animals free range, which is not my favorite, but that's what we're doing because we gotta make it work, right? Right. So this tire here has oregano in it, and I really want to move it closer to that tire pile so I don't have to make such a big fence. But I don't think it's going to go very well. Yeah. Okay, well, that's why I needed the loader bucket, right? Right. Don't die. Well, he just upgraded to a new home. I just shoved all the pieces in this. I'll water it in. It'll be just fine. This is where I moved that oregano for the second time, here at the end of the bed. And I want to show you our garlic. Here is all the garlic I have that did not die. And some of this yet may still die. But remember, I did an experiment. I planted all of that garlic, some in water, some in dirt, and I planted it early. Well, I don't think I'm going to start it inside anymore. I'm just going to plant it outside like I always do. We end up with small heads of garlic in the end, you know, because the season's not very long. But at least we get some, and it doesn't all turn to goo and waste all the plant space in my house. So that's what we're doing. So just in case that was what was going to happen, I had a backup plan. When it gets about February or so, I start saving my bulk garlic that has sprouted, and I just save it in the fridge, and then I can just plant it in the ground, and it already has a little bit of a head start. Stick it in there, green side up. There you go. So I've already planted 1, 2, 3 of those beds. This little guy sticking up here is not some magic thing that grew quickly. It is the hardneck part of the garlic, and it's to remind me that that is the hardneck tire. And then when I get this whole tire filled, I'll just cover it all with dirt. And they'll all be planted. And I just leave all this little papery stuff in here because it'll compost anyways. Who cares? I have one more tire bed update for you. Look at Mr. Reeves' pear. I cannot believe it made it through the winter. So awesome. Well, so far we're staying dry, but don't know for how much longer. But that's fine. Let me show you where we're at. I had forgotten that Mr. Reeve wanted us to be able to get to that garden gate and be able to have a path through here. And that's why we didn't want to have this tire bed up here. So I've been dragging these ones that were on this side over. And I'm just going to make a second row over there and just butt it up against that last row of tires. Well, Mr. Reeves' home and liquid sunshine came. Yeah. Look, hey, I'm getting under there too. Yeah. It's dry under here.
Come on.
Okay. I just don't want it to hail. All my baby plants are out there still.
I know.
Dumb.
Yep.
There you go.
Close up?
Yeah. You want to see what I did in the greenhouse?
Yeah.
Look at basil.
Look at those little guys.
I know it. It was a pain. I hate those trays.
Yeah?
Yeah. What do you think?
Yes. This is perfect.
Look at, I made that knot thing like you do. So I can just pull the string and it'll undo it all.
Nice job.
Yeah. I can't take that much credit.
Look at those cucumbers.
Yeah.
They're happy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Don't hail. Don't hail. You guys love the rain, huh? Daisy? Oh yeah. Daisy? Not so much. Yeah, look. Daddy's making you a drier house, dude. Yeah. Daisy, is that your spot, girl? Yeah? You can stay away from all the goose chaos? Yeah. Well, we're still at it, trying to get our garden planted, trying to get all the things done and all the things in the ground. We got the Kwanzaa hut moved onto the tilled space in the garden, and now we're gonna get the potatoes in. Now, if you remember, we had a really great harvest last year. We got 265 pounds of potatoes from this garden, and we didn't eat them all. So this spring, they started sprouting in the cold room, so we just left them down there to sprout, and we have 3 boxes this size of potatoes. So we have no idea how many potatoes there are that we're planting. So I guess I'll count them as I go, and I'll let you know when we get done how many we planted. Now, every year that we go to plant potatoes, we get the tools out, we remember the traditional ways of doing it, and about halfway through we remember that, oh yeah, we made a really fast way of doing this. Come on guys, get with it. In a couple moments, we'll show you the super fast cheaty way that we found. What is it out here, Mr. Reeve?
11 billion.
Yeah, it feels 11
And
billion.
11 billion% humidity.
Yeah, which we are not used to.
Not used to.
We are lamos. And tell people really how hot it is?
To us, 11 billion means like 72 degrees.
Yeah, it's 70 degrees out and we are dying.
It's got to be like 85% humidity though. It's crazy.
It's lame. Well, we stopped at 200 because we're not going to have room for the rest of our direct seeded plants if we keep planting all these potatoes. But we're going to make a little extra row so we can show you how we plant potatoes so quickly. Last year I did a video where I planted, I think, 180 potatoes in an hour by myself. And we did this, what, Mr. Reeve, about half an hour?
About a half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour we got 200 potatoes in the ground, and we're going to do 10 more just to show you how we do it the super fast cheaty way.
Okay, first, use your heel to dig into the soil. Doesn't look very exciting because we're right here on the edge of the garden. But as you do that, walking backwards, you drop your potatoes in at whatever spacing you want, foot, foot and a half. Now that we've got them all on the ground, we kind of turn our toes out and we duck walk and we shuffle our feet and kick the dirt from the sides right back in the hole over your potatoes. $210 potatoes. Bye-bye. But wait, there's more.
Oh boy. Now don't worry, those potatoes didn't go to waste. We gave them to our friends that still had room in their gardens. We just got done with a giant windstorm. Let me show you the damage. The greenhouse actually collapsed. We had to take the cover off it because it was trying to blow away. Pretty much folded in half, but we got it back up together. You can see it's pretty broken up here. It drug itself across the peppers, but I watered them real quick and tried to get them to come back to life a little bit. My poor cucumbers got pretty mashed up. You can see it's broken there. And my whole wood back panel collapsed, which I think was part of the main problem. So you can see how it's leaning pretty far on this side, but we just cobbled it together best we could in the hopes that, I don't know, we're gonna have to piece it together for this year. So hopefully that'll work out. I'm sure we'll be doing a video on how we repaired this greenhouse. The baby's little cover came off their little kennel, but their actual roof blew off. We had these 2 metal roof panels up on there and they blew off, so I'm glad nothing was in the way and they just blew into the driveway. Everyone around us that has on-grid power doesn't have power right now because I think a tree must have fell in the power lines or something. But we still have power. Our batteries are charged 100%. So yay for off-grid.
Want to go get spent grain with me?
Absolutely.
How much grain's in there?
Well, it's at the first glass. Oh, just the first glass, that's it.
Oh, okay. Let's see what we got. Gonna spray you with a hose?
No, that would be a bad idea. That stuff's hot too.
Huh?
That's hot too.
That's pretty toasty.
Yeah.
On to number 2.
It's getting full. It's full.
I know, that was not fast enough.
That's all right. It's wet, honey. Look at your skills.
Not gonna be able to lift that with the tractor.
Yeah, it got full fast.
I know, it's too slow closing the valve.
Uh-oh. Okay, honey, you want to tell everybody why we filled some IBC totes full of spent grain?
Because this spent grain is gonna go to feed our critters. Everybody, the pigs, the chickens, the goats, everybody eats spent grains.
Except us.
Except us. Look at all your friends flying around you.
Oh, yeah. Not friends. Not friends at all. I don't really like bug spray, so. But this has been pretty cool.
Yeah.
We got them for like $1 or something.
12 cents.
It kind of looked like a creeper, but it works. At least I'm not getting bitten in the face.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We're in the big garden now with my mosquito friends, and I'm going to show you how I plant beans the easy and cheaty way. You start at one end of your row, and you stick your heel in the ground, and you drag your heel backwards to make the row. And for every step that you take that you drag your heel, you drop a couple of seeds in the hole. And you keep going until your whole row is done. Then you walk forwards again, back up the row you just made, and you'll shuffle your feet a little to the left and a little to the right and kick the dirt onto the seeds. And then, bye-bye, all done. The thing about walking backwards with your heel in the ground to dig the rows is that they don't end up very straight. I kind of straightened it out over here, but you can see this big open spot here and then another open spot back there because, well, yeah. But beans are in the ground now.